So this has been an interesting weekend. Lots of things learned, lots of research. I'm rocking on the bed swing. Yes. If you haven't seen pictures of it on Facebook, I have bed swing. Oh wait, let's see. There. Simple construction, which we salvaged from another place, the majority, and rebuilt it, and then added some features and changed some things, and then added a mattress, and it is very, very nice. Oh, you come out here in the morning on a Sunday morning with your coffee and just chill, swing, and wake up slow, and listen to the birds. It's wonderful. Okay, so interesting weekend of learning, a family, and just overall it has been a great, amazing weekend. You know, not as much writing as I wanted to get done. So this week is going to be pressing hard to get some shit caught up, get done, get Flux Runners off to the editor and off to a few people for blurbs that they have been promised. Yeah, I got some good ones. And then it's press on with heavy meat on the other stories that I've got set up. Widowmakers, Wildcat, those need to get knocked out pretty quick. And they are eating at the back of my head. They are screaming to be done. So it won't take too long. Sit down and just puke that stuff out and put some hard meat. Because I've got it all laid out. I've got the ideas in place. Minus a few details here and there. I've got a lot of dialogue and actual scenes written into place already. So, but videos from this weekend from my adventure down at Warner Robins will be following this. The adventures of today will be following this, where we did a low country boil. I, for one, have not cared for seafood for years. The smell of seafood made me puke and gag and just no. I have paid for crab and lobster and large fish steaks, and as soon as it hit the table, it was get it off my fucking table and bring me a real steak, because the smell of it made me gag. Something shifted. Maybe after I hit 40, body chemistry changed. I need fish. I have had this hungry, and we went into the fish market down in Atlanta at the Buford Highway Farmers Market. Oh my God, the amount of seafood down there, and it's big. I mean, massive piece of mahi, and just big around it. I just want to gnaw on it. It just looks so good. It smells good. No. So, whatever reason, shit changed. So, what was it? I got some snow crab legs. I picked up a couple of blue crab, which, okay, first time ever cleaning blue crab. So, we got a video of it. What else? Let's see. Had shrimp, had crawdads, had a lobster tail, tossed it in there just so I could try lobster, because it just all sounded so good and it smelled good. And we did corn and taters and kielbasa in there, and we laid it all out, and we had a good time. So, a bit of a lazy post, a little bit of update, but beyond research, you got to do things for yourself. Being in that hangar, working on that B-17 this weekend, I was home. I was back working on an airplane, turning wrenches, and it's like I never left. I jumped right in, grabbed the TO, started looking, did my thing, and it was just amazing. And I learned a lot of history about that plane, and a lot of history about a few planes in that hangar. And one of them that's amazing is Mike, the guy that's running the rebuild on that B-17. He flew combat missions in the C-130H gunship that's parked out in the backyard. And that's his bird. That was his plane that he flew, which is amazing. Because my bird is in the boneyard out in Arizona, Arizona, New Mexico, wherever the boneyard is. I don't remember right off. I've been in the heat a little bit. See, sunburn. Because when they closed the 2nd Fighter Squadron, my bird went to Langley for a while, and then they retired her, and she went to the boneyard. But the fact that his plane is there, and she's on the top of the list for priority into the new hangar that they're planning. That's pretty cool. His baby is going to be there, and she's going to last for a long, long time. We will definitely be returning. More than a few of our crew have expressed a want to go down and play with planes, and even if they're just buffing sheet metal and buffing the aluminum, they still want to go down and play. So, okay, because these guys, they like volunteers, especially if you have some kind of experience or know-how. If you don't know what you're doing and you're just going to break things or try to steal things, yeah, they're not going to want anything to do with you, and you'll go to jail. But hope you guys enjoy the videos. It's a little bit of randomness, but hell, half the shit that I put up is randomness. So, all right, peace out. I will update with other videos and things later of, well, hopefully after next ChapterCon and after Flux Runners is published. So, catch y'all later. All right, so we got a few people. That's good enough. So I am down at Warner Robins Air Base at the Air Museum, and I've got to turn wrenches on a B-17. Okay, this old girl, she did not ever see combat. She rolled off the line just as the war was ending, and they turned her around and used her in a lot of the atomic testing. She was a chase bird for the remotes. They had a lot of B-17s converted into drones, and she was flying beside of them and controlling those, sending them into the mushroom cloud to get readings from the mushroom cloud. She also saw service down at the atolls on the Alpha bomb in the atoll, the Bikini Atoll, when they blew it up above the surface of the water, not below. So she's been around a while. Got a lot of good years of service. She ended up out in Indiana, from what I was told. And she sat there and rot for a while. They brought her back here in pieces in 2015 and are working on restoring her as close to flyable as possible. She's not going to be service worthy. There's too many issues with that. About, what was it, $14 million worth more, and they can make her flight worthy, but not happening. But anyways, I've been installing brake lines and making brackets and stuff today, which is okay, because, you know what, I get to turn wrenches on an airplane and a B-17 of all things. So, let's see, let me flip this around. Button. Okay, so, we are up on a stand. Upper ball turret. Cockpit. Cockpit is gutted right now. And the man that he's out sick right now. He had surgery, but they will be working on it. Him and his wife have been fully restoring this to her father's, the look of her father's B-17 that he flew during the war. This bird is gorgeous. She never got a name. He told me that they were talking at, yes, these people. Steve had surgery, so he's not here right now. They had tried to give her a name back in the day, or since she's been here. They were going with Barely Harmless or something like that. And she is a G model. She has the chin gun. But when they put the nose art with the voluptuous red head in the 90, apparently it did not go well, and they had to take it off real quick. So she doesn't have a complete name yet. Okay, the lower deck, getting into where the bombardier and the navigator would have been. La 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 la. And I've been all over this bird already today. Down here's where I've been playing. We've been installing the brake lines. See, new lines. We had to fabricate some stuff and had to figure out how to finagle. This was a weird setup. Freaking clamps. Oh, Rosie the Riveter's back. I'm doing a live. Hi. Okay, you want a turbo? That's a turbo right there. Look at that. You got the intercoolers and everything.
Let's see. Let's go inside. Mike said I can go inside. There's a B-29. There's another B-29. This museum is freaking amazing. Okay, so crew loading door. Da 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 da. All right. Can I turn on the light? Hey, look at that. We got light. Okay. So landing gear. La la la. So you have your waist gunners. Then your ball turret, which is not installed right now. They have to get a special ring made that only a few places in the world can still make. The ball turret is actually out there sitting on a stand. And apparently a couple of idiots decided they were going to try and steal parts out of it. I don't understand people, they're retarded. Let's see. Okay, your radio operator, stations, observation ports. I mean, they have been given a lot of parts from around the world. They source everything that they can original, but, well, I mean, lines are lines. Those have been fabricated. And there's some gorgeous work been done on this bird. I get over to the cockpit area. The bomb bay. Surprisingly enough, for such a big aircraft, this is a tiny little bomb bay. I mean, you're talking like 10, 2,000-pound bombs maybe. It's tiny. But this is the payload. All right, and we go on into the cockpit, which doesn't have much in it at the moment because the dash and everything else is down there. So there's the stand that I was standing on. But we are inside the cockpit of a B-17, or the cockpit area. Oh, wow. Parts. God, I love airplanes. This is so freaking cool. This is heaven. Okay, the upper turret, which this is not an actual turret. Somebody fudged it to make it look pretty for when it was out in Indiana. So wood, fiberglass, all that kind of crap. I'm probably driving y'all crazy moving this camera around. But you know, it's okay. Look at all the control cables. It's a mess. And the control cables, when they got back down through here, ow, not made for a fat boy for sure. Let's see. Well, all right. See how the control cables are running down through those phenolic blocks? These things had to be greased up. I mean, that's the only way this could have worked. Because I got down here looking. And right here, you got cables running. I don't know. Maybe? I'm not sure. Unless those were supposed to be tightening, but I don't think so. That looks like flight control cables. Going back to the stab and the aileron, or not the aileron, the stab and the vert, and the rudder. But you've got, back there's the tail gunner section. That's where my grandfather would have been, because he was a tail gunner on these birds. Go back here and take a look. La la. Oh wait, Pixie's watching. Hi, Pixie. Da da da. Oh, and Mike's still there. So, right here, tail gunner's position. There's the controls for the rear, for the stab. And is that right there? I think that's yeah, right there's the rudder control cables and the turnbuckles that go up to control the big rudder. So all manual controlled. There's no hydraulics on this. It's all turnbuckles, and look at that, mechanical advantage. But okay, tail gunner position. So you're sitting back here with absolutely no way out, with Germans coming up behind you and trying to kill you. Tail gunner position was the one that had the most casualties out of all the aircraft. But the man would have to sit back here. Here's his ammo boxes. Conserve his ammo. And, well, I'm sticking through the escape hatch. If for some reason they got shot down and they're going down, then he would jump out of this hole. So, and let's see. All right. 2 of the engines are over here, I think. The ball turret is over here, which is the lower ball turret on this bird. And the upper ring, no, I don't see it. The upper ring mounts in the bird and is ran by this motor that gears her. But here's your controls and here's your guns, and your ammo would have been up top being fed into it. But imagine sitting in this thing. Let's see, you would have been sighting out. Okay, I guess you would have been sighting down that. Your head would be up here and you'd be looking down and shooting. Wow, that doesn't even look comfortable. Huh. All right, so, but the big beautiful bird. I'll have to ask Mike here in a second what they were thinking of naming her, because I don't remember right off. Unfortunately, the tail number on this side is wrong. Do 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 do. All right. So, and look at that. She got some beautiful curves. Look at that. 48, 36, 90. Oh yeah, that's a good girl. Hey, Mike, what was the name that you said that was suggested for her since she had no name?
Slightly dangerous.
Slightly dangerous. Do you want to be on camera? Oh, I got a live feed going. Okay. Well, okay, this man here has let me play with this bird today, and everybody thank him. But Mike is running the project on the B-17 build, and he is a fountain of knowledge on her. I was coming over to look at the cockpit assembly, or the dashboard.
It was very wonderful having you here today.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm coming back.
If you're not having fun, you're probably doing it wrong.
Exactly, and this is a gorgeous rebuild. And you said Mike was out because of surgery.
Mike Tipton's out because of surgery.
Okay.
He had his back fused, actually.
Okay.
The lower spine.
So he'll be back eventually. And just restoration, man. The rudder assemblies. Oh wait, you got the throttle quadrant out here too. Oh. Parts. Right. So that's what I've been doing today. Turn the wrenches on her. Da-da. But all right.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the controls, and you're right, they're all manual, all cable and pulley.
Yes.
The pilot would be upwards of 90 pounds of pressure to get the flight controls.
Oh wow. And that's not. Is that while in flight at standard speed, cruising speed?
Depending on what he's doing, and if he had to, well, today we call it jinking, but you don't jink with a bomber very well.
No.
But so he could be up to imposed upon him 90 pounds of pressure on those flight controls.
Wow.
Yep. That's why if you notice, primary flight control cables are very thick.
Yeah.
Where the thinner cables would be for like engine controls.
Okay, up here through the waist area, you've got control cables going through phenolic blocks.
Yep, those are for the tail controls.
Okay.
Rudder and elevator.
All right, I wasn't sure if that for sure was. All right, cool beans. Let's see. A number of projects going on here, so it is well worth the drive if you guys are in the area near Warner Robins, Georgia, just south of Macon, Georgia. There are lots of aircraft to see, and something that I have learned by asking and looking is if you want to come and play with an aircraft to learn about it, if you're writing a story and you need some research material, they like volunteers. If you can do something and you have the capability, then go volunteer, because you know what? All I did was ask. It's like, and I was asking because I was doing research for one of the books I got set up for this year. And then I found out about volunteering. Like, what? I can turn wrenches on an airplane again? Because it's been years since I've turned wrenches. I'm an F-15 mechanic. I love airplanes. And granted, I just played with brake lines today. But that's okay because it was freaking awesome. I get to, like, I'm touching her. Oh, God, yeah. But yes, if you have museums in your areas, talk to them. I'm going to go play with some choo-choo trains here soon, too. And I might be taking Mr. Chris Woods with me if I can. But, yeah, go ask about volunteering and putting in a little time, and, you know, a little bit of sweat and effort could get you a wealth of knowledge and people talking to you about the history of these things. And, I mean, this A-26 over here, Let's see. Let me get over here. They've got an A26 over here, and they also have one outside. Now the A26 and the B25 both had similar attack patterns. Let's see. Let me go ahead and flip this around. If it'll flip, come on, camera. Okay. Now this is an A26. She has been converted. The bomb bay is like no longer existent. The guns are gone, and she has a crew compartment or a passenger compartment in the back. She was made to take dignitaries. Apparently she was fully restored and then got left out in the rain for a while, so they're having to re-restore her. She's gorgeous. Look at the size of them freaking engines, okay? Compared to the size of her fuselage. This thing's a beast. She will move. The way she was designed to attack is come in nose hot with 850 cals blazing, drop her payload of bombs, and then swoop out. The B-25, which they have one over here, has a similar attack pattern, except that she's got more guns. Because a B-25 Mitchell has an upper and lower ball turret, depending on the model. A tail gun position, she has waist turret positions, not to mention that they had 6 or 8 nose points. This one, I don't know what model this one is. Depending on the model, which I think it was a G model that had all the guns. See, this one was set up for the big cannon. They had a 70 millimeter cannon, plus they could have 8 50 cals up front, plus 2 bubble pods on either side. If you've seen the pictures that I put up of the B-25 Mitchell that was down in Mobile, she had the bubble pods on her. Oh wait, you can see the silhouette where they were. Okay, those, I think those were 50 cal too. I'm pretty sure. See right there, you can see the outline of where those bubble pods were. So this thing would come in blazing hot, firing everything she's got at the enemy, coming in at a ship or coming in at a convoy. Well, then she'd drop a payload of bomblets. Those bomblets had parachutes. And then she would pull up, and the upper turret would turn around and begin firing backwards. You had the tail gunner firing backwards, and you had the waist gunners firing backwards, covering them on their escape run. Well, at that point that they're out of range is about the time that the bomblets on their parachutes reached the enemy and went boom, because everybody was putting their heads up and like, okay, where'd they go? Oh shit, boom, dead. So, you know, it is an epic maneuver that I learned about because I asked questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Suck it up and ask the questions, because you learn cool stuff. Oh, they have one of, Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta. They have one of John Travolta's jets out back too. There's one of his little Lear jets. They've got, I think this was Lyndon B. Johnson's, one of his Air Force One planes. Over here, that one right there. That was one of the presidential planes. They have Schwarzkopf's Battle Command Center out back. There are so many planes in this place, and I'm back in the maintenance area because I'm allowed to be. I'm a volunteer. Oh, hey, engine. Wait, no. Okay, I got other things I got to do. So, oh my, whoever thought that an F-84 actually had a hood? Because this thing's got a freaking hood. Uh-oh, Rosie the Riveter. I think she wants to go. I know it's fixing to storm. Okay, so that is it for right now, y'all. And like I said, y'all ever down this way around this area, come check out the museum because it is just absolutely awesome. Yeah, that right there, whew, this Albatross has needed a lot of love. It took them forever to free up the engines. But all right, I am out and heading back to Chattanooga. How are you? Oh yeah. Hi, Wes. Hello, Wesley. Wesley. Love us. We want you, Wesley. Geek. Oh, geek. It'll make them lethargic, and and then I can easily rip their heads off. What? Yeah, I mean that's literally what you do. You just hold on to it, take the top of the shell and go crack, and then rip their lungs out, spray it, take everything out, brains and all, just whoop, rip the face off. You're done. You got nothing but crab meat. Toss it in the bucket. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So. Yay. Okay. Try, Doug. Woo! Hot. We got food. Huh? Yeah, compost bucket would probably be good. There's lemon and lime slices down here on the end too.
I'm throwing this out because I'm doing a car and it's taking way too long, and I said I'm not cutting my hair.
Let's see, we got a little bit of crab, crawdad, shrimp. Where's the lobster tail? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's definitely cooked. You're gonna make yourself sick with that watermelon, aren't you? You're not caring, are you? You like that, don't you? Papa likes watermelon too. And in it goes. What the fucking achievement is, what the thing is, that right there is what matters. That right there is the most precious thing there is. And that's family, that is clan, and that is togetherness. No achievement, no matter how hard you work for it, will be above that.